New immigration laws in 2025. Why millions could be forced to leave the US. Imagine waking up one morning to find out that the country you've lived in for years, the place where you've built your life, career, and family, has suddenly changed its rules. Overnight, your future is uncertain. In 2025, the US immigration system is undergoing one of its most dramatic overhauls in history, and millions of immigrants, both legal and undocumented, could find themselves at risk of deportation. With stricter visa requirements, reductions in family sponsorships, and tougher enforcement policies, staying in the US is about to become much harder. But what exactly is changing? Who will be affected the most? And what can people do to protect themselves? Stay tuned, because this could impact millions of lives. The United States has long been seen as the land of opportunity, a country built by immigrants for immigrants. But in 2025, that image is shifting. The government is implementing a series of new laws that will make it harder for people to stay, work, and bring their families to America. These changes are meant to tighten immigration controls, prioritize skilled labor, and reduce reliance on foreign workers. However, the effects could be devastating for millions who have already made the US their home. The new immigration policies of 2025 introduce a merit-based system, stricter visa rules, and a crackdown on undocumented workers. One of the most significant changes is the introduction of a merit-based point system. This new system will determine who qualifies for a visa or permanent residency based on education level, English proficiency, work experience, and age. The more points an applicant has, the higher their chances of approval. While this system may help highly skilled workers, it creates a huge barrier for lower-income immigrants who don't meet these criteria. Thousands of workers in essential industries, such as construction, hospitality, and food services, could be left out. Stricter rules for work visas will also make it harder for foreign workers to stay in the country. The H-1B visa, which has long been a pathway for skilled professionals to work in the U.S., will now prioritize those with higher wages and advanced degrees. This change could significantly limit opportunities for many foreign workers, making it even harder for companies to hire international talent. Meanwhile, the H-2B visa, which provides temporary work opportunities in industries like hospitality and landscaping, will see new restrictions that could result in labor shortages. Many workers who previously relied on these programs may no longer qualify, leaving businesses struggling to fill positions. Family sponsorship, a lifeline for countless immigrants, is also facing major cuts. For decades, the U.S. immigration system allowed citizens and permanent residents to bring family members to the country. But in 2025, new policies will drastically reduce family-based immigration. The number of family-sponsored visas will be lowered, and the eligibility criteria will be tightened. This could tear families apart, forcing people to choose between staying in the U.S. or leaving to be with their loved ones. These policies aren't just numbers on paper, they are changing lives. Imagine a single mother who has worked in the U.S. for over a decade, paying taxes and contributing to the economy. Now, under the new policies, she loses her work visa because she doesn't meet the new requirements. Where will she go? Who will support her family? Or think about a skilled worker who came to the U.S. through the H-1B visa program. His employer can no longer renew his visa because of the new wage requirements. He now faces the possibility of deportation, despite years of working legally in the country. According to reports, thousands of families are already preparing to leave, while others live in constant fear of what's next. These new rules don't just affect undocumented immigrants, they impact legal residents, visa holders, and even those in the process of becoming citizens. The U.S. government is ramping up enforcement, giving immigration officers more power to detain and deport individuals without proper documentation. Delays and denials in visa applications will become more common, leaving many immigrants stuck in bureaucratic limbo. Those who once had a clear path to permanent residency may now find it completely blocked. This could lead to a mass exodus of workers, families, and professionals, affecting not just immigrant communities, but also the U.S. economy as a whole. While these changes are alarming, they don't have to define the future. Organizations and advocacy groups are fighting back, pushing for immigration reform that values the contributions immigrants make to this country. If you or someone you know is affected by these new laws, there are ways to take action. Staying informed is crucial, as is supporting immigrant rights organizations and speaking out against harmful policies. The story of America is the story of immigrants. Together, we can ensure that story continues. The immigration system in 2025 is changing faster than ever, and millions of people will feel its impact. Whether through stricter work visas, reduced family sponsorships, or increased deportations, these new policies could shape the future of millions of immigrants. What do you think about these changes? Will they help or hurt the U.S.? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on major issues shaping America. Stay informed, stay empowered, stay strong.